You're watching RealAgriculture.com's coverage of the 2014 Farm Progress Show in Regina, Saskatchewan.
Okay, so we're here at the Canadian Farm Progress Show, and I'm with Frank Miller, and behind you is the pit stop.
Yes.
Can you tell us what it is and what gave you the motivation to create it?
Okay, basically it is a chemical transfer system used in the spraying application, and the motivation behind it was basically to decrease downtime, efficiency, so very accurate in our measuring. We got rid of basically electronics, flow meters, chemical transfer pumps we do not use. We got a visual flow, so you see exactly what's going on every time. And probably one of the bigger things is the safety factor. You're not handling the product. You're just turning some valves and away you go.
So give us a run through of how does it work?
Well, basically we are using vacuum to pull the product from a shuttle into the metering tank. We use that through a Venturi, and basically what you're going to do is you're going to hook up your shuttle to a valve it's a three-way valve on the bottom. You cam lock the shuttle on. That attaches our product to the tank. Then you got a valve where you put your outlet hose that goes to your sprayer. You hook that on, that goes to the sprayer. So at this point the valves are in what we call a starting position. I'll just briefly hit that. We got our main flow shut off. So when we start this engine, everything's going to go through our Venturi, so we're dramatically slowing the water going on the sprayer down. Then at that point, we open here. That creates a vacuum in this line that comes to each of these valves, which we call our vacuum valves. To pull the product, say if I want, 70 liters in this tank, I'm going to open this to let the vacuum into the tank. I got a three-way valve on the bottom. I'm going to push it away from me or toward my shuttle. At that point, it's instantly going to start to draw the product from the shuttle in. You just watch it. When you get your desired liters, you want to shut. This is my control valve. I want to pull it back halfway to the off position. Now the product is in the tank. To release it onto the sprayer, I release my vacuum and I just pull the valve forward. Now it is drawing the product out of the tank, hits the water onto my sprayer. Once you're done with this, all the system's completely hooked up for rinse, so we can rinse the entire system. Basically, when my product is out of this tank and I'm done with it, we pull fresh water from a port, comes around to each valve on the bottom of the tank. So when I open that valve, it's going to shoot fresh water up my sight gauge to keep it clean. It's going to spiral rinse that tank down to rinse it out, and we're basically following the same path up that the product just took with fresh water. Do that for 5-10 seconds, shut it down, let it suck it out, and then turn your valve back off.
So how long would the process take to fill a typical sprayer?
Depending on the size of the sprayer and the amount of product that you're using, typical downtime's anywhere from about 5 minutes to 10 minutes.
And so what kind of flows are we seeing?
The biggest thing is the reason we're able to pull that kind of product is because our main flow shut off. With our main flow shut off, we're only putting about 60, 70 gallons of water on per minute. When we open the main flow, now we're up to that 375 gallons a minute.
So we can fill our sprayer with water from a holding tank?
Yes.
Okay, and then we can also fill that holding tank when it's empty from an external source?
Right here.
Awesome.
Yep.
Another question, how many different chemicals can we mix with this system?
Basically, that's where we kind of customize the system. So most generally, guys do one tank per product. Now, if they're the same product and they're compatible chemical-wise, you can tee off and go to 2 different products. But mainly, it's usually just one tank per product.
And you can do dry chemical also?
Yes, that is our inductor tank here. It's for any type of dry product, or if you got a product that's just in 2.5 gallon jugs. And this is on a pull down for convenience so that everything can be done from the ground. And then you just dump in and away you go.
So where are these available, and also how can we customize them to our specific operation?
Basically, we're at TriStar, and you just give them a call. tell them, you know, your needs, the amount of chemical you're using, so that will determine the tanks, and we'll get you a quote.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yep, thank you.